Hi, my name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. I'm participating this year as a vlogger in Project Dress a Girl. I'm extremely proud to be part of this sewing action. For the last 3 years, Marie from Marie Sews organized sewing event for September, making dresses for girls living in poverty that might never had their own new garment. So we are helping little girls to become more confident, to feel valued, to feel loved. I love making those dresses. I actually try to make one dress a month starting from January. Didn't happen this year as often as I would love to, but I do have few done in my stash waiting to be shipped. And whole September I'm making dresses, or other projects are going on the back burner unless something is extremely urgent or emergency. Everything else can wait. I'm making dresses. So this year I'm participating first time as a vlogger, and I wanted to invite all of you to grab your fabrics if you can and make some dresses. It's amazingly rewarding action, and it makes you feel like a superhero. I know it's silly, but for me sewing is superpower, although not everyone thinks like that. So you know me, I cannot stick to making one pattern, so I of course had to make various different patterns, although there is one pattern that I've been coming back, and now third year in the row, to this pattern, and I hacked it so many times, and I thought that I will share with you my 4 new hacks for this pattern. So this pattern is basic A-line dress made by Alisa from Thoughtful Creativity. This pattern comes in one size only, and I will leave the link to the original video with the instruction how to make the dress and the pattern and how to put the pattern together, everything. And Alisa did an amazing job on this pattern because it's so hackable. I just love it. So without further ado, let's show you what I made. So this seems like a basic A-line version because it is. However, I had cut out the B fabric first, and when I started making it I realized, oh, actually it's see-through. I need to find something for lining, and I didn't have anything in my stash that would be suitable. And that was actually, I cut it out last year. And then Marie mentioned that one of her ambassadors asked for dresses in bigger sizes. Therefore, I put away all the cutouts in the smaller sizes and I focus on making bigger sizes. You might know that my stash is substantial, and so that wasn't a problem. But I pulled out this dress this year and I was determined to find a solution. So I went through my stash and I found another fabric that I thought would be adorable as a dress. However, it was kind of see-through on its own as well. Therefore, I decided to combine them and make reversible dress. So one version, it has lovely bees, and I think they're called wild strawberries. Of course, pockets. Remember, pockets are mandatory. And ties at the back. And the other version is lovely gray, like that, also with pockets. And I thought that it's a great idea when you have fabrics that might be see-through and you are considering not using them, just find another fabric that is kind of see-through. Like, they weren't transparent, they were just, you know, you could see my hand under light through them. Then I thought, you know, this will look fabulous together. I basically did almost everything like it would be a lining, using the burrito method for the armholes. I think I used tutorial by Seamwork. I just googled burrito method because I haven't done it in ages and I wasn't sure that I'm thinking right how to do it. And then I made sure that the both dresses are the same length, and I did bias binding all around as a trim on the bottom, and just to make the dresses go together, so basically they are not floppy or anything like it. So it's very durable and I think it's adorable, and I hope the little girl who will get that dress will love it and appreciate it. Now the next version, sorry I dropped it, next version is this dress. So I just added flutter sleeves. I think Mari posted recently video how to add flutter sleeves to any dress, so I will just link this video below. And it's finished with the bias binding, mandatory pockets, and I added lace. I just wanted to make sure it's long enough because those dresses need to be knee length. So the next version is color blocked version. I had this cotton fabric in my stash for a while, and I didn't see myself using it for anything specific. I do love purple, but it's not my shade of purple. So I thought I will just use it for the dresses, and I made adorable, I think it's like 70s style dress. Pockets are not even, I know, but I'm not unpicking it. It will be just too much hassle. I don't think that little girl will mind if the pocket will be slightly, one pocket will be slightly bigger, and I do prefer to spend time making another dress. I went a bit crazy with decorative stitches on my sewing machine, and I did decorative stitches on all possible seams, including the shoulder seams. I hacked the back of the dress a bit, so I didn't use the bias binding tape. I actually did facing. I do prefer facings on woven fabrics, so I thought that this will be better option for me versus doing just the bias binding. So how did I hack it? I basically used the pattern piece, marked where the fold is, and then I marked perpendicular line to the fold and made sure it's straight, and then I just divided the length of this seam in 3, so it was like 10.5 centimeter length, and then I divided, did the same with the back piece, so it looks adorable. If you are doing color blocking like I did, remember to add seam allowance to each part. So for example, we'll add here seam allowance on the top and on the bottom of this tier, and on the top of this tier, and of course hem allowance. I do think it's adorable. It gives me like this retro kind of vibe, and I love it. I wouldn't mind wearing something like that myself in different fabric and of course bigger size. And the last dress I made, I used the pattern piece for the bodice, so basically the cutout top part, and I decided to add the skirt that's slightly gathered. I actually used 2 fat quarters only to make this dress, plus a bit of bias binding, and I did added a remnant of the gray for the lining of the pockets. I also added lace on the bottom, and of course did the facing here. But I do love how this dress look like. I went crazy again with the decorative stitches on my sewing machine, so I did some stitches here, then I did a bit on the skirt, and I do think it's very, very cute. So, you know, it's not that much fabric. For the 2-year-old, you can make a dress with 2 fat quarters, a bit of remnants, and bias binding. So I think it's worth giving it a go. So, did you like my hacks? I hope you did. If you have any questions or you are not sure how to do certain steps, leave the comment down below and I will do my best to answer and explain how I went about doing certain hacks. Don't forget, check other vloggers that are posting under Project Dress a Girl 2023. Yesterday we had great video from Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. Today with me is Christine Sews a Lot, and tomorrow is Anne-Marie workshop. I cannot wait to see all the dresses. Please post them on Instagram under hashtag Project Dress a Girl 2023 and tag Mari from Mari Sews. I will leave all the links down below. And while you are making your dresses, don't forget, clean your machine and change your needle. It will make sewing those dresses much easier and smoother. Happy sewing. Bye.